Hello everyone! So if you saw my luxury shopping list video, you knew that this was coming, and here it is. We are going to unbox everything together. I really haven't looked at these very much. I've only unboxed 1 out of 3 pairs of new luxury shoes that I got for spring and summer of this year. So I'm so excited to share them with you. Definitely splurges, but shoes that I'm going to have for a long time to come. So I'm very, very excited. The first pair is from Gucci, and I am so excited to show these to you, but if you watch my Insta stories, you may already have gotten a glimpse of them. So these just stole my heart, and I think they are so cute, but also very, very practical because they are the most sturdy espadrilles that I have ever seen. So you can see that they are the classic Guccissima coated canvas, but with a little twist. They are gold stamped with tons and tons of cute little beads. I love everything about these. I love how they have that kind of like Grecian islands casual vibe, very, very classic espadrille style, but usually luxury brands would do these in a calfskin, like the Saint Laurent ones are calfskin, or they would be made of fabric. So both materials that are not so durable, which is why I've never really spent very much money on a pair. I do have a pair of wedges from Valentino that I will link down below that I'm very happy with, and those are an espadrille style as well, but I've never owned a pair of flat ones like this from a high-end brand, and I'm very excited about them. I really love the black piping as well. I think it really adds, I don't know, a nice dressiness somehow to the shoe. The combination of the black piping and the little gold bees really makes them, and the fabric is so sturdy and thick and waxy, but they're very comfortable on the inside because on the inside they feel like fabric. So I'm so happy with these. They absolutely stole my heart. If you're looking for something that's casual and very summery, then these I think are a wonderful pick, and I think they just did everything perfectly with them. They're also extremely flexible when you walk, so they don't have that really stiff espadrille feel to them, which I really like. Some brands make them more stiffly or with a thicker platform, and I think these are a medium thickness. Very, very happy with these. And I placed this big Luisaviaroma order, so they very kindly gave me a small gift card, but I overspent it by a ton, so this isn't a sponsored video or anything like that. They haven't told me anything to say, but I was very, very curious to try them out because I've seen a lot of UK bloggers shop from Luisaviaroma. They have amazing selection. They have things from almost every luxury line you can think of, and they have a lot of new styles as well that are like hot off the press, and I was really excited to try the Canadian experience, so what it would be like to ship them to Canada, because our luxury shopping options here are actually pretty limited and usually very, very expensive, certainly if you're going to order online, because it usually comes from the US, and then usually department stores go through border free, and it's very, very expensive. So I was so pleased with this. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about prices in a second and what I experienced with that, but first of all, let's unbox it. I just wanted to show you what the box looked like when it arrived because I think it looks so nice. They do such a good job of protecting the box but still making it look luxurious so that when you get it in the mail it feels like a gift to yourself. So here's the big box. I just removed all the plastic around it so that underneath it's perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so nice on the inside. Look at that. It's all tied up with a bow. Nice classic black and white. Really pretty looking. I've got a pair of Ferragamos and I've got a pair of Valentinos as well. So should we do the Valentinos first? Let's do the Valentinos first because the Ferragamos are a surprise, whereas the Valentinos I've already briefly discussed in my luxury shopping list video, but I didn't tell you what color I was going to get, and I actually surprised myself with what I got. I think these will be absolutely perfect for like slightly dressy summer evenings and patio weather. In my opinion, they're nice enough to wear to the office if you have more of a casual workplace that makes you comfortable enough to wear open-toed shoes. So here they are. and you can see there's a really big chunky tag on them. You can see they're a small block heel. They do exist with a much taller block heel or even a stiletto heel. They have a ton of variations, but I really wanted something that was going to be very comfortable and just a little bit dressy, you know, with a summer dress, just to kind of be more dressy than a flat sandal would be. So here they are together. And I noticed that a lady left a review that I thought was so spot on. She said she loved these sandals so much because they're very comfortable, so that they feel like a cloud for the underside of your feet and jewelry for the top side of your feet. And I thought that was just so spot on. Rock studs are just so lovely and shiny and pretty, and they definitely add a luxury element to the shoe. They're really nice, soft black leather. They really do have quite a lot of cushioning, so they're very comfy on the feet. Leather is very soft. I've been so pleased with the quality of the wedges that I purchased last year. They still basically look brand new. So that was one of the reasons that I decided to go for black instead of nude. And I think together they're going to be the only like going out shoes that I'm going to wear this summer, because they're both so pretty. And third and finally, I purchased a pair of Ferragamos, and I am so pleased with these. They have definitely modernized the shape of the Veras, by the way. Many years ago I purchased a pair of the black ones. They're actually something that's quite sentimental to me, because they were the shoe that my mom chose to wear for most of her career and part of my childhood as well. She doesn't really wear them anymore, but they definitely remind me of her. So here they are. I got a pair that is going to be so perfect as a transitional spring into summer shoe, and if you're not comfortable wearing strappy shoes like this in the office, for sure, like on a day where I've got meetings and things like that, I wouldn't wear them either. I would definitely want something that was going to be a little bit more dressy, which I think is very useful as well, because if you like a slightly more summery dress, these will immediately dress up any slightly more casual dress and make the whole outfit office appropriate, which during the summer months is really useful. So here they are. These are my Ferragamo new Veras with the little block heel. And I know little block heels like this are not for everyone, but for me they're just such a favorite because they're actually more comfortable than flats to me. And right now they're really having a fashion moment. So I think we're going to see this from a lot of brands actually, but Ferragamo has done the Vera with this little block heel for many years. And the color is absolute perfection. It is like a pale, creamy blush. It's not really a nude, but it functions as a nude when you wear it because it will look good with absolutely everything. So I'm so pleased with these. How pretty are they? They look like a shoe that a doll would wear. They're so ladylike. I do think that the patent leather bow, as opposed to the bow with the fabric ribbon on the sides, is a little bit more modern. It's a little bit of a modern twist, and I don't know, they have a slightly more sleek design than the old ones, which came up a little bit higher on the foot. So they've been updated over the years, and I really like what they've done with it because they've kept the classic spirit of the shoe and its classiness, but it's a little bit easier to wear because I think it looks a little bit less old-fashioned. You may be wondering about another item that I mentioned in my luxury shopping list, which was the Gucci Brixton loafers in the pale pink. I had a really good think about it, and I realized that it wasn't so much that I wanted a pair of loafers for spring, because I still have my Gucci black ones that I absolutely love. I'll link everything I'm mentioning down below. I have a specific type of Gucci loafers. It's a little bit different than the one that a lot of bloggers pick. I'll link them down below. They are super beautiful, but really what I wanted was just a pair of pink shoes, and I figured I would get a lot more wear out of these. Also, the patent is indestructible on these. So I've had my black Veras for, I want to say 10 years. It's probably less than that though. It's probably like 8 years or something like that. And they still look perfect. They don't have any scuffs on them. It's a very durable patent. So I really recommend it if you want to make an investment shoe that's going to last you forever and be a really good transitional shoe as well. So pretty. I'm so pleased with them. Honestly, in person, they really knock my socks off. They are so gorgeous. So before I let you go, I just want to make a quick note about pricing, because I know that a lot of you will be curious about that, especially if you live in Canada, because for us, shopping is always a little bit tricky because of taxes at the border, and you sometimes don't really know what to expect if you don't prepay the taxes. And the other option is to prepay the taxes like Nordstrom does with border free, but I find that what they levy is often really high. It's higher than it actually needs to be, and so you end up paying so much more for what you're ordering than if you bought in the store. I actually found that because they charge in euros and you get European pricing on these shoes, it's kind of amazing. It's like you get to shop from a European online department stores and get that pricing. And the tax that they charge is actually built in, as is the shipping. So you pay one fee and you don't pay $1 more than that. So as you check out, you'll see that unlike a lot of other websites, the prices don't change at all. So you get an indication of what you will be charged by your credit card in Canadian dollars or US dollars or pounds, whichever currency you're shopping in, much like you do on my site on Nouvelle Pearl. And Nouvelle Apparel, if you want it, I've got that drop down. So they have the same thing. And then at checkout, the price gets converted to euros, or it shows up in euros because that's actually what you're going to be charged. But I did the math to figure out exactly what that meant in Canadian dollars at the end of the day for me and how that compared with Nordstrom pricing. And it's definitely for sure cheaper than with the border-free price. So ordering from the US Nordstrom imported into Canada, that price was much, much higher. It was $200 or $300 higher. But from the physical Nordstrom store, it was still cheaper for me. So I did the math for the Veras. So from the Luisaviaroma site, they are 433 euros, which is a really great fair price. And then from the Nordstrom physical store, I checked the price, and these Veras, this exact style, is $770, including tax. So final price at the store, but of course that wouldn't include any shipping or anything like that if you don't live near a Nordstrom store. So $770, and then so what I did is I just converted the euro prices, the $433. So as long as you're not getting too gouged by your credit card, what you should end up paying in Canadian dollars would be $680. At Luisaviaroma in Canadian dollars. So that's almost $100 cheaper, $770 versus $680 at Luisaviaroma. I'm not advertising it or anything like that, but I thought it was a really neat opportunity to kind of have like a lot of shopping options, the convenience of shopping online and getting it shipped to you within like a few days. And at least for some of the pairs of shoes, I haven't checked the math for everything obviously, but for the Veras, it worked out cheaper for me, which I thought was so neat. So yeah, I'll definitely be shopping from them again. It was just a really good experience, super, super fast. I feel like at first the whole euros thing was a little bit confusing, but it's really easy to figure out because they have that currency converter. So you see the prices in your currency and then you just check out in euros and use your credit card, and it works out really simply. And you know, I feel like I wasn't 100% sure that I would get charged anything. They arrived really quickly. They handle everything with the border for you. They just show up at your door, nothing to pay, no shipping to pay, nothing. So that was really a pleasant experience. If you live in the US, that's not as rare, but here in Canada, trust me, it's really hard to get that experience. It's very rare. So yeah, I really enjoyed my shopping experience and my beautiful, pretty new shoes. A handful of my new luxury shoes that I'll be wearing for spring and summer of 2018. Hope you enjoyed this haul and found it useful. Thank you so much for watching. I will link everything that I mentioned down below. And if you'd like to see my next installment on style, then make sure you give this video a like and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!